Hi friends, it's Terry Gaines. In this video, I'm going to share Stampin' Up! Sale-a-bration products that you can receive free with qualifying orders between January 5th and February 28th, 2023. In this video, I'm going to share the product along with some samples that I created. The first item I'm sharing with you is the Adorable Owl Stamp Set. You can receive this free with a $50 purchase. It has 3 adorable owl images along with 3 sentiments that coordinate with the stamps. I have created a card using the tree ring hybrid embossing folder and dies. I fussy cut these owls out, and the owl with the party hat, I actually cut that off. I used Stampin' Blends to color in the owl, and then I used this hello image from Go To Greetings. And there are so many fun projects you're going to be able to make with these adorable owls. The next product I'm going to share with you is another stamp set. It's called Thanks a Bunch. It's going to be a fun stamp set to create springtime projects with. And it can be home decor, scrapbooking, card making, all kinds of paper crafting ideas you can use this for. It is a builder stamp set. You have 19 images. Some of them are sentiments, and then the other ones are builder images. You have your larger carrot, and then you have a detailed image to add some detail to that carrot. I found it best to stamp the detail first, and then I have better success lining up the solid image over the detail image. They are photopolymers, so you can see through them. You have 3 different size carrots, lots of greenery, some background, and some fun sentiments. I did create this card. I did use this background image to stamp around the back layer. I used sponge dauber and added some color along the edge of the paper. And then I have stamped the carrots underneath on the basic white, and I have 3 that I cut out and layered on top. And then I just added some greenery here. So a fun card to create. There's going to be so many fun projects to make with this stamp set. The next product I want to share with you is designer series paper. This is called Dainty Flowers. It's 12 by 12. It coordinates with all of these beautiful Stampin' Up! Exclusive colors. Our exclusive colors are available in cardstock, ink pads, markers, Stampin' Blends, and lots of different product. This paper is so beautiful in person. It's got watercolor images. One of the 6 double-sided designs have these oval images that you can cut out for your different projects, along with these 2 panels in the middle. Then you have another stamp or another layer here that's got the repeated border on both sides. It's absolutely beautiful watercolor designs. You have some additional floral designs, absolutely beautiful, perfect for so many paper crafting projects. So each of these packets, you have 2 double-sided prints. So I'm going to flip this over. This is the other side. You have some background designs on the other side of the paper, and there's going to be, as I mentioned, so many different projects you can create with this. It is absolutely beautiful in person. And so you have all 2 each of the 6 double-sided prints. I'm going to share some projects I created with this. I fussy cut that oval out, and then I have it layered on mossy meadow and then some old olive cardstock. Again, I used the stylish shapes. And then there is a coordinating stamp set in the mini catalog. It is called Dainty Delight, and it has several images, 9 images, and a coordinating die that you can use, so it coordinates with the paper. I used this image and cut it out for a few of the cards, and that's an example for this card right here. And I did use the designer series paper to help me with the color choices on my images. But this stamp set and the dies go really well with this designer series paper. And those are in Stampin' Up's mini catalog. This is one of the designs on this same panel with the ovals, and I just shared a video with the Fun Fold project using this, and this is also that same Fun Fold. So I'll put a link in this video to that video for that. Here's another Fun Fold, just using a portion of that designer series paper, and this is using a portion of this paper And you can use any section of this paper and just add a sentiment on it for a really fun and quick card. And this is just a fun fold card like this. And this is a fun fold card, also using that panel, having some additional designer series paper on the side. I shared this fun fold for World Card Making Day in 2021, and on the back is where you would sign the card. Absolutely beautiful paper. I know you're going to love that paper as much as I do. The next product I want to share with you is Day at the Farm 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. Again, you're going to receive this free as an option. You get to select what you'd like to get free with your $50 purchase. This is one of the options. You have 2 each of 6 double-sided prints, and this print is perfect for scrapbooking or home decor. I'm going to share a project that I use this with in a moment. You have another designer series paper, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this one in a moment too. Here's the third one, and all of this is sharing the Day at the Farm and just some fun designer series paper, perfect for scrapbooking, card making, home decor. You turn this over and you have some background. We have a chicken wire here, a scene. You've got the burlap type look. You've got some stripes here. You've got your plaid, and then you've got some balmy blue flowers. Coordinates with all of these colors that are exclusive to Stampin' Up. I told you I wanted to talk a little bit about this paper. There's a coordinating stamp set and dies that are in Stampin' Up's January through April mini catalog, and all of these stamped images can be cut out with the dies, along with, you also have a few additional images here. The die has these dies, but the dies that can cut out these stamped images will also cut out the images on this sheet of designer series paper. So all of these images, there's a die to cut out with the exception of one. The greenery that goes in this direction can be cut out, but not the one going in that direction. So it makes this paper very versatile. And I love using designer series paper for color choices. As I mentioned with the previous one, I use the designer series paper to help me make color choices. But it's great that you can use Stampin' Up's artwork to help you know what colors to color in the images for the stamp set. So lots of fun things you can do with this. So this designer series paper, I mentioned I wanted to talk a little bit about that. That same fun fold I shared, I used this paper. So I cut out my section for the width I wanted for my panel right from this section, but I also could use this section for the card. I could use this section for the card and then add some animals to it. I can use this section for the card. And on the bottom, I cut them into 4-inch strips, and I put that on the front of a card. So this is a very versatile designer series paper that you can use for many different paper crafting projects. The next product I want to share is a stamp set called Sending Support. It has 11 sentiments in the stamp set, which are perfect for a card or a project that you are sending support to a friend or family member. What I like about this stamp set are there's some images for the outside of your card along with the inside of the card. You can receive it free with a qualifying or a $50 order. And I'm going to share 3 samples that I use the sentiments on. And I use the Seaside Bay stamp set and the dies that are in the mini catalog. And this stamp set has 3 sentiments on in the stamp set. So for this one, I use the Sending Support stamp set that says Sending Love, Loving Thoughts and Prayers. And then on the inside, I use the Heartfelt Sympathy stamp from the Seaside Bay stamp set. For this card, I use both inside and outside sentiments that are in the Sending Support. Some days are harder than others. Hope today is one of the easier ones. And then the stamp set has You Are a Pearl, Rare and Precious. And then I use You've Got This. So I think it's fun to combine these sentiment stamps with another stamp set that that you may already have or are in the new catalogs. The next product I want to share with you is the Favorite Flowers 12 by 12 paper. This is free with a $50 purchase. It coordinates with all of these colors. This is a fresh freesia. I do not have a label on that paper. And this paper is absolutely beautiful. It is so rich with the black background and the color combinations. You have 2 each of 6 double-sided prints. And I just absolutely love these color combinations together. And so many of these prints, you can cut these images out for your projects. And absolutely beautiful. And then this stamp set here, or this paper right here, actually there's a stamp set and dies that coordinate that you can cut out this designer's series paper. And I'll show you that in a moment. But both these flowers will cut out the images on this designer series paper. The rest of these you would fussy cut. And then I'm going to show you the other side of the paper, but I'm going to show you what I really love about it. The other side of the paper coordinates with the front side of the paper. So it's all background papers, but if you were to just turn this over, look how nice they coordinate together. So if you have a project where you show both sides of the designer series paper, this is absolutely going to be perfect for those projects. Just love these color combinations. Turn that one over. See how well they go together? They just pop out those floral images. And then you got this print on this side. And I have lots of samples. This actually is my favorite designer series paper right now. So it's fun to create with. So as I mentioned, this stamp set and dies coordinate with it. So these 2 cutouts, so I'm going to show you that. What I like to do is I take my designer series paper and I just cut up between the flowers in a panel that's going to fit on the platform of my die cutting machine. And then I put my dies down and then I cut out those flower images. Now I haven't cut these out yet, but you can use those on the inside of your cards. And then I cut this next panel. I just kind of cut it and then I ran all of those through. So this entire 12 by 12 design, you get 2 each, you can cut out with the dies. I have a few samples to share with you. And these first 2 samples are the fun fold that I've been talking about. And I use these are cut out with the dies. And then I use the designer series paper on that next panel. Absolutely love the richness of this designer series paper. With this paper, so beautiful, you can put it on the front of the card, use some of the coordinating cardstock, and then add a sentiment for just a beautiful card. And here I just have a different pattern here and fussy cut this one out. And this is also one that's cut out with the dies. And here's the same layout. So the same layout for both those cards, but I just use the different colors and different designer series paper and different flowers. And here is a twisted ribbon technique. I do have a video on this, and you can see that there's designer series paper going across, and it was just so fun to create this card. Just love how this paper, the richness of this paper. The next product I want to share is a stamp set. It's called In the Country, and this has 2 images in the stamp set. If you loved a watercolor, you're going to love this stamp set. I'm not good at watercoloring. I love using the blends. So what I did for this sample that I'm sharing with you, I stamped this image and I stamped it in Mossy Meadow, and then I took my blending brush. You get 3 in a package. It's like a clear liquid inside. So I just stamped my image and then I just colored in with the blending brush, and it bleeds the ink and it filled in the images. So just a quick, fun way to use that stamp set, and it'd be great for note cards. The next product is another stamp set. This is called Beautifully Happy. This is free with a $100 order, and this is going to be so fun to create with. I've only made one card so far, but this is a builder stamp set, so there's so much you can do with this. There's 17 images, some really versatile and beautiful sentiments. You have this outline image you can stamp. You can color that in with blends, markers, watercolor pencils, or you can take the images that are in the stamp set and stamp over them to fill in the greenery. You can stamp this floral image and fill in some of the floral images. There's stamps for the center parts of the flowers, and then this is for the top part of the flower. Plus you have a background and a cute little bee. But combining this stamp and these additional 4, I was able to create this image. So you can use whatever colors you want for your project. The sample I'm going to share with you, I used some new designer series paper in the annual the Stampin' Up catalog. In the January through April mini catalog. It is 6x6, and you get 4 each of the 12 double-sided prints. And I picked this print on top, and I used those coordinating colors to create this card. So there is so much you can do with this by picking your favorite colors to create your projects with. So this is free with a $100 order. And then we have another item that you can receive free with a $100 order. And this is the Dandy Design 12x12 Designer Series paper. You receive 48 sheets, 4 each of 12 double-sided prints. And they coordinate in these colors. Now I don't have labels on all of these colors. We have Petal Pink, we have Fresh Freesia, Calypso Coral, and Balmy Blue, along with the Mango, Melody, and the Granny Apple Green. So these are 12 by 12. You can, as I mentioned, you're going to receive 4 each of the 12 different designs. So that means you're going to get 48 in the packet. And it is their background prints, absolutely beautiful. So this is one side. So this is one side of these 6 prints. I'm going to flip these over. Then you have some stripes and stars, and some fun colors on this side. And then I'll flip these over, and then you have these prints on the other side. So awesome designer series paper packet and great value. So I haven't created anything with these yet, but I'm anxious to play with those. There's a couple more things I want to share about Sale-a-bration. If your workshop or your purchase is $300, Stampin' Up has a Scenic Garden stamp set they're going to include with your order. And also Stampin' Up has a wonderful opportunity for joining Stampin' Up. They always have an excellent value on their starter kit. During Sale-a-bration, they have an opportunity to get this exclusive die cutting machine. It is their mini die cutting machine in the boho blue color, which is a new in color for the next annual in the next annual catalog. Each of these little machines do come with instructions and all the platforms you need for the machine. So you can join Stampin' Up, and for $129 you can receive this machine and select $175 worth of product. You do not pay shipping on that, and you pay $129 plus your local tax. If you'd rather not have the blue color, you can get the white color, which is also in the annual catalog. And if you'd prefer not to get one of the die cutting machines because maybe you already have one, you can select $175 worth of product for only $99 during Sale-a-bration, which is January 5th through February 28th. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. If you do not have a demonstrator and are looking to place an order, I would love to have you contact me. Look in the comment section of the video if you found me via YouTube. I should say the text portion of the video if you found me via YouTube, for a direct link for my blog to get photos of the cards I just shared with you. And a direct link to my Stampin' Up! Store will be in the bottom of the video and also on my blog post. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for stopping by. Take care and happy creating.